What's up guys, Acronis here, and today I've got a domination gameplay on WMD on Black Ops using the AK-47 extended mags. Really like this gun, it's quite good. Love the extended mags on it, gives you a lot of like ammo in one clip. Not really big fan of the 74U, so I use this gun instead. It's basically like an SMG, quite fast firing and stuff like that. But in today's video I wanted to talk about how people use Black Ops right now. Like all of the commentators, or some of them that I've seen, a sample of commentators has starting to put up Black Ops gameplay in preparation for Black Ops 2. Now I am not sure personally if playing Black Ops is going to prepare you for Black Ops 2, because I can only imagine that's why they're playing it, that and the fact that Modern Warfare 3 was shit. But apart from that, the only reason I can imagine people would start playing Black Ops again is to get people in the mood for Black Ops 2. So I just thought I'd talk about like the differences and stuff like that between Black Ops and Black Ops 2. Now Black Ops 2, they've got a whole new perk system. They've got their free tier. Is it free? No, there's no free tier perk system anymore. It is instead just, I can't remember exactly how many, but there's like a certain amount of slots, and there's one for your gun. You don't have to have a secondary or a knife. And they're all slots, so you can have, I don't know, 6 perks instead of the usual 3 that you'd normally be able to obtain in Black Ops. And you can also have a primary weapon, or 2 primary weapons, but then that will take up more slots. So it's all really complicated. It's going to be a whole new game dynamic, and they're really changing it, and I think it's going to be for the better, because it will open up so many more things, and a lot more unique gameplay aspects. But yeah, so a lot of YouTubers recently are uploading Black Ops gameplay. But I can't see any correlation between Black Ops and Black Ops 2. I mean, obviously it is the sequel to that game, but apart from the fact that it's a sequel, there's not really anything that's the same about them. I mean, Black Ops is looks like it is a slower paced game. It is it's got the features of the kill streaks and stuff like that, but the perk system's going to be different. I can only imagine the engine will be tweaked again to make it better, less bullet less bullet lag, you know, the usual. Hopefully there won't be any of that stuff that they had on Modern Warfare 3, was it? The, oh my god, what was it called? I can't remember now. The thing that prevented, oh my god. The thing to everybody's connection would be the same, but it never actually worked. It was actually a flawed idea. So, yeah, that's what I thought I'd talk about. The fact that Black Ops 2, is coming out only in, about a month now. Black Ops 2 is coming out in a month now, and I'm pretty excited for it. It should be a really good game. I can't wait to play it, because it's just going to be, it's the new COD. I mean, everybody wants to play the new COD. I'm not really sure what they could do to make a really bad one. I mean, I didn't play Modern Warfare 3 just because I didn't think it was a very good game. But still, loads of people bought that game, and loads of people enjoyed that game. So it seems to be that COD could do anything. I mean, they could re-release COD 4, and a lot of people would still buy that for the £40 or the $60 that you pay in America. So it's interesting that COD doesn't seem to need to innovate, but they do, because new customers and the veteran customers, they do want to see something different, and it's quite hard to not do anything different on a game and still expect everybody to buy it. Like the core amount of Call of Duty players would still buy it no matter what happened. I mean, if you made Call of Duty in an MMORPG, I'm sure a lot of people would still buy it just because it's got the Call of Duty name. Which was a rumour actually in Black Ops, just before Black Ops came out. There was a rumour going around that Call of Duty were going to make 2 games. They were going to make an MMO game, so massively multiplayer online, like role-playing game, and then the multiplayer game just like you see today. So yeah, the other thing I was going to talk about is the fact that, do you think Call of Duty, or the next Call of Duty, not the next Call of Duty, but the Call of Duty after that, could just put out the multiplayer game and not put out the single player? Because the single player is a big part of the game. Now what if they made the single player, they made it 2 different games, and they charged £25 for each part, or what was that, $35 for each part? So for example, yeah, you spend £25, you can get the multiplayer bit, or you can spend £25 and get the single player, or you can get both, say for the $40 or $60 that like the game is normally. And I think that'd be really interesting, because that means they're obviously tight for space on the disc when they have the multiplayer and the single player on the same disc. So I reckon that you could get a lot more multiplayer aspects onto the disc if you were to just get rid of the single player aspect of the game. Because personally I don't play it, I know people do play it, and that's why I think having the two different cases would be a good idea. Although it probably would lead to confusion in some people, because some people at Christmas would get the the stereotype, oh, your parents bought you the wrong Call of Duty, but then they'd end up buying the single player instead of the multiplayer, since the multiplayer is what everybody would want to play. Also, I'm not sure about the hardened edition. I mean, I've seen the hardened edition of Black Ops 2, and I've never bought a hardened edition of any of the Call of Duties, just because I don't think they offer you too much. I mean, the Black Ops 2 hardened edition offers you the bonus Nuketown 2025 map, which you get if you pre-order the game anyway. It gives you a special art book, a special metal case, and I don't really think it's nothing that adds to the game really at all, because the things that add to the game you can obtain anyway without having to buy the hardened edition, and it's £15 extra. But the hard, if I was to get it, because I've got a good PC now, that's why I can render these videos and stuff like that, I could get it on PC, and on the PC version for the hardened edition for £50 or $75, however much that would be, I could get that game, and it would come with Call of Duty World at War as well. So I think that would be a good deal if they did that. If they did that on the Call of Duty, the Xbox and that editions, because I remember I pre-ordered Modern Warfare 2 or something like that, and I got free Call of Duty Classic. So that's a good idea. I mean, if you offered an earlier Call of Duty game, not only would it get other people just staying and playing older games, but it would also like give more of an incentive for the people to buy the hardened or prestige edition. I mean, the prestige edition every year they always do something really good. Was it this year's one of them drone fly things, and the year before it was the RCXD. But I feel if they added stuff more to the game, like you had the ability of starting first prestige or something like that. I mean, that is a kind of a pay to win thing. But really, having a prestige up doesn't really make you win anything. It just gives you a different title. Well, yeah, that would be a good idea. You get different titles or emblems or stuff like that. Stuff that you could use in the game that would differentiate from everybody else. Or maybe you get a gun earlier. I remember they did that on World at War. You got the M4 carbine, or no, the one of the rifles on Call of Duty World at War. You got like at the beginning of your like career, as it were, instead of just getting it at like whenever you unlocked it. So you get it from level 1 instead of from say level 50. So that gave the people who pre-ordered it or got the hardened edition a good incentive to actually get the game via pre-ordering or getting the hardened edition. So I really feel if you were to give you something that you actually could use or that would work in multiplayer, I think that'd be a lot better for most people, because that's really what most of the people. I'd like to see the statistics actually for how many people bought the game just for multiplayer or how many people just bought it for single player. You see a lot of YouTubers, they play the multiplayer all the time, but they must play at one point the single player, because like Woody's Game Tag said, he played the single player for one of the earlier games and he just didn't get up because it was really good. And I'm sure they are good, but I'm sure they could utilise the space on the disc a lot better by implementing the single player onto a different CD or even onto a different game itself. So then they'd deviate and have two different Call of Duties, Call of Duty multiplayer and then single player. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. The video here is just coming to an end. Just wanted to say about how I don't really think Black Ops is going to help you play Black Ops 2. I mean, I'm only playing that because I don't have Modern Warfare 3. So it's the most recent Call of Duty that I own, and when I get Black Ops 2, I'll be uploading Black Ops 2. But I don't really think playing Black Ops is going to make you a better Black Ops 2 player. If anything, it's going to just be the same as playing Modern Warfare 3. So that's the game, guys. We won 200 to 82. This has been Mr. Acronis, and I'm out.